Sorry. Good morning, Pisces. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep. I hope you woke up today feeling happy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you to everyone that has liked, commented, subscribed, and gave donations. Happy Friday. Sorry, I was hearing, I think it was the crow that's been living in my backyard. I don't know if it was though, because I haven't seen him, but I've been seeing him like every day. I missed one day, I forgot yesterday, yeah. But I've pretty much been seeing him every day or every morning. Focus. All right, let's pull one of these. This is Egyptian Visions by Maruka X. We also have the Three of Swords there at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me with this message today for my beautiful Pisces people, my Pisceanos. What messages do we have for Pisces? We got walking away, withdrawing from a situation / person, leaving the past behind, learning to let go. Something's breaking your heart about moving on from this situation, but it's like, this is what you have to do. It's like you're walking into your new life and there's no going back. You can't go back. Wow, there's the Hierophant. Hierophant is a union. It is a marriage. It is an institution, Pisces. So it's almost like I feel like the old way of being, thinking, the person that you were with, the institution, the way you thought it completely fell off of you. Like, it's just not at all who you are today. Oh my God, I think it's her. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just feel it. You just heard the patters. I think it was him. Anyway, I'm turning into Edgar Allan Poe over here. With the raven. Sorry. All right, hold on. I'm coming back. You know why it was very painful, the situation here? It feels like this was a struggle with someone who couldn't let go of who they wanted you to be. They wanted you to be a certain person. And maybe you had attempts to try to be that person for them, but it didn't work. So it didn't work for you. Even now more than ever, you're starting to realize that this is a new purpose or a new phase in your life. I don't know. I think you're getting results. I think you're hearing God's voice. I think you're hearing the call, Pisces, and you're just like, this is who I was always meant to be. This is how I was meant to live my life. You were just a detour, or that past was, or it was a stepping stone sometimes. But you weren't my forever place. You weren't my forever person. You weren't where I was supposed to listen to and be forever. There is an energy of help and in some ways, but it wasn't forever. It was just a thing for a moment. It was a chapter, right? Like, it feels like it was a chapter in your life. Let's go deeper and see what else. Spirit, tell me more. Ten of Pentacles. The Chariot. That's a moving energy too. But let's see. One more. There he goes. Now I see him. Hello. Hello. Cloak the Raven. Nevermore. I didn't say that right. Cloaked the Raven. All right. Sorry. Side weirdness here. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. So, Ten of Pentacles, Hierophant. This both could be institutions, marriages, families. Um, and it's like I'm moving away from it. So I know I'm feeling it right. It's like you didn't belong here. It's like, not forever at least. Not forever. It's like you needed to go your own way and your own path to find your own purpose and what you need to do in life. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the example. Let's say there's a father and son, and the father is trying to mold their son into what he is or what he wants him to be. And, you try it out because you're the son. But I've always heard stories like that. And then they go into that profession because their father was that profession. And then they realize, this isn't my profession. It was a detour, but it was a loving detour. It just wasn't it wasn't a permanent place. It wasn't the permanent route for them. It was just like that, the word detour. So, and that's funny because I have the Chariot here and I'm thinking about cars again. So something here with the car too. Some of you may be getting a car, may need a new car. I don't know, but let's see. You're finding results. Like, you're finding where your kingdom is, where your place is in the world. You're getting results. There's something here about, when I get the Chariot, it's like, the example is, I made enough money to move out. You know what I mean? Like, I've accomplished enough. I've overgrown. I'm not in that castle anymore. I don't live there. That's not for me. I need to move and go into where my real home is. I need to find my home. That's the feeling. And it's like you're getting some form of results, like where you're seeing that you are capable of getting your own place, of getting your own stuff. Sometimes that Ten of Pentacles upright is actually an enabler. Like, whether this was a marriage or whatever institution this is, even with like cults, right? Sometimes the cults will tell you, think this way or do this way, and you get indoctrinated, right? That's the word, indoctrination, yes, into these cults. And then it's like, you're not free thinking. You're not really being present anymore. You're just going by a standard or rules or how you're supposed, but you don't free think in that moment anymore. And a little bit of the brainwashing, whether it was out of love or not, doesn't make a difference. Sometimes there's things that are very loving, and we take those things on from our family and, from our friends or whatever it is. And it came from a loving place, but it was also the thing that was holding us back. And so I feel you very present at this time because you're seeing a way. You see that the only success in life is not based on what this marriage, this institution, this cult, this group told you. There's something else that goes right beyond what you've been shown in life. You just got to get on the car and go. And there's something that's coming to my mind, and I'm trying to remember it. It was a movie, Over the Pines. I don't have the Hierophant here, but I don't know why. I'm thinking of a lot of men right now, but hold on. Over the Pines or Beyond the Pines, something like that. Really great movie. Ryan Gosling, Eva Mendes. I love that movie. He was like a circus clown, not a circus clown. He was in the circus. He did. He rode a motorcycle. I remember he did tricks for the circus in his motorcycle, and he met a girl and got her pregnant. I don't think she told him right away, but he was. That's all he knew. It was that life, and he tried to come back and be a father, but he just wasn't well equipped for it. He just wasn't there yet. He needed to do his thing. So I think he robbed a bank. And I remember there was a police officer that shot him. And their children, they both had sons, and both their children winded up going to the same school, and they winded up gravitating towards each other and meeting each other and getting in trouble together. And I don't know what the point of that is. Why am I seeing that in my mind's eye? I think this has a lot to do with the sins of the father. There could have been sins of a parent, doesn't have to be just a father, but there could have been sins, and those sins were trying to latch on or carry on to you or to someone else. I don't know. And I feel like you're breaking free of them. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing and feeling. I don't know if that made any sense. Like, you don't have to repay the debt of your forefathers or whatever it is. You don't have to do that. Maybe this is someone else in your life too. I don't know. And they're finally realizing, listen, the scene that I'm remembering in my head is the one where he was trying, the son of the motorcycle guy, he was trying to live life like somebody else. He didn't know who his father was. He didn't know. And so once he started looking into it and seeing who his father was, he started feeling more connected. Some of you may need that in your life. Maybe you always felt like you don't belong in your family, and it turns out that it's true. Like, I would recommend, if you want to go into that journey and look at who you are, because that might be very helpful for some. So yeah, he winded up feeling like, for the first time, I understand why I am the way that I am. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. All right, so we got the 9 of Wands here. Just didn't feel right. Didn't feel like you were getting... How can you live in a life that made you feel like this? Something happened to you, and I feel like it was like results. Like you were getting some form of results of living a different life. Like you started feeling happy. You started feeling like yourself. And then you started realizing that whatever this group, institution, marriage, whatever this is for you, cult, it's like, I never felt happy in it. It always made me feel like maybe like I was trying to fit in. Let's go deeper, Pisces. Let's see what else. Spirit, tell me more. The Emperor. I'm feeling fathers. The forefathers. That's the Emperor, is a father, just so you know. 10 of Swords. Not that crazy, huh? Ace of Pentacles. That I just saw him on the side of my eye. The crow, I'm sorry. I'm hearing that song now. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So I feel a reversal of roles here, Pisces. It's almost like, and I'm going to keep with the father and son analogy. It's not for everyone. It's like, when your father was the one helping you, putting you in the institution, trying to tell you, mold you, who to be, right? And then the tables flip. Like a new person needs to come into reign. It's somebody else's time. It's like I'm thinking about like King Charles. I'm seeing them and then it's going to be Prince William's. That'll be the king. Like stuff. It's like that's what I'm feeling. Everyone gets their time to be the main person or the main event in a situation. So it feels like you're going to have to be the strong one day, and it could be today. Today could be the day. Today could be the day where you look at someone and you realize that you're no longer in charge. It could be a boss, Pisces. I don't know. A lot of times emperors are boss as well too. You lost it, son. Like that's what I'm feeling in here. You lost it. That could be something that someone is telling you. But it's like, no, the energy, being in the present energy at this time is saying, like, you need to follow me now. I know the way. I'm getting results. Maybe not the same results that you've gotten in your life, but I'm getting results in another way. Maybe you need to learn from me now. It's like a switch of power, right? Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Portals, Pisces. I've been feeling a lot of portals these days. So the way you enter this new portal is by being very present. That's the word, Pisces. Balanced and present. Your choices at this time are going to be very different than what you're used to. You're going to be doing things that are going to shock people. Like, I didn't know you would do that. Oh, your whole life you told me you don't eat this food. It's an example. And then all of a sudden you're just loving on this food. It's like that type of a shock. Like, who are you? What's going on here? That's an example. Or maybe it's just somebody never noticed that you like to eat what you eat. Maybe they thought you were like them. It's like somebody finally, or people finally seeing you for your own individuality and your own place in life. I don't know how to explain that. Let me do one more. Spirit, tell me more. Wheel of Fortune. This is a turn of events, good luck energy. You're going to bring good luck to people. That's the results I was talking about. It's like somebody's way wasn't working anymore. This institution, this cult, whatever, it just wasn't doing it. You didn't feel right in it. You may have gained a lot of knowledge, gained a lot of strength from being in this marriage institution, whatever it is. It wasn't working anymore. Maybe this person was used to having the power and the leverage here. And somehow you took that away. Why? Because the power, the leverage was coming onto you. Wherever you were walking to or going to, you were getting some type, it could have been financial results, it could have been happiness results, I don't know what the results are. Accomplishments, getting stuff done, that's what I'm hearing. And of course, people who are used to being on top, still very valuable, but it's time to put the crown down and put the new crown to the new person. Or see that your way was great, but now there's another way. Or maybe your way was good for a moment, but now there's another way. And then you give this person good luck on top of it. You give other people good luck. What are they going to say? You give people results. Your way of living life is giving people results. And of course they're going to gravitate towards you. The king is, you know why the king is the king? Because he gets results. Everyone's going to listen to the person that can get them through life. I don't know how to express that. I think you guys are following me, but who knows? People will naturally want to, when they see that, oh, well, you know what, like mom, and it could be mom too. Like, this isn't like a gender thing. Mom has managed to keep a roof over our head, food on our table, and clothes on our back. Mom told me about this and I did it, and look at me today. You know, all these things. It's like results. So what do? You follow them some more. You say, Mom, what's your advice? You follow where results are going. And that's what I'm feeling. That is big transformation that is happening for you. And I feel like people were against it because look at these institutions. These are strong institutions. Ways of living life. But when the time to take the crown and recrown a new person, so to say, Pisces, it comes. This person knows they're slipping. I can feel them. They know they're slipping. They know they're not holding on. They don't have the control. They don't have it like they used to. They don't. And that's okay. Maybe it's time for someone else to let you lead. Pisces, you are walking into a time in your life where you're going to notice that a lot of people are going to follow your lead. That's what I'm feeling. Because you get results. There's something about the way you live that is getting results. I know I keep saying that, but it is what it is. It's what I feel. Like, you're not going to listen to the person that, is not accomplishing things. So yes, it does feel like a winning season. And I think it all starts because you start walking confidently into your new life. You're showing people how to do it. All right, we got the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. There's a lot of ways to create, like you're creating your own cult, your own institution, your own belief on what marriage should be like. Like you're starting it, you're doing it on, I don't know how to say that. You're doing it, there is no script here. That old script of what everyone thought a marriage should look like or whatever it should be like is just not happening here. It's like for me, for example, I'll just give an example. White wedding dress, I'm not doing that. I'm doing a black one. Yes, I don't care. Rewriting the way things were supposed to be into how things work for you. It's just an example. But yes. All right. Got the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. It's that scene again with that kid on the bike. He finds the bike of his father, by the way. He finds the bike of his father and he didn't even know how to drive it, because he didn't have a connection because his father died young, got shot, whatever. And he finds the bike and he self-teaches and it became very natural and very easy to him. And so it's no longer like a forceful energy of trying to fit in. Now it's following your spirit and what your spirit is showing you that you are naturally good at. It is being very present. I'd be scared to death if I got on that bike and I never had a bike before, but my spirit was telling me, you could do this. You could do this. Your father did this. You could do this. And I'm like, okay, let me try. And I'm like, personally, I don't think there was a lot of bike riders in my family. That's why I'm probably very fearful of it. But he wasn't. He got on it for the very first time. Even the guy selling him the bike was like, do you know how to ride this thing? And he didn't say a word. It's just like, no, but I'm not telling you that because you're trying to sell me the bike. I hope that made sense. All right. What is the advice? Two of Cups. People mean well. Queen of Swords, but they don't know what they're talking about. This is the definition of the words will get in the way. Okay, for the example would be like the mother. The mother in that movie, she didn't want him to leave. She didn't want him to have any connection to who his real father was because he had a good stepfather. But he never felt connected like that. He was a good man, but he knew there was something more about him, different about him. And so he had to go searching and figuring out who his real dad was. Wasn't the best person, robbed banks, was a carny, and lived life not stable. And, he figured those things, but he also felt those things within himself. But the mom was very protective. She wanted him to be more like her, the new father, the new stepdad. So try to mold him. And something was just like a wild spirit inside of him that was just like, I'm not fitting in. It's not working. So he may love his mother, but she's advising him wrong. This is reminding me of something I'm learning, and I've been learned about my own daughter. I don't, with my own raising of my child, like I know, because I've known this, and you kind of have to let them be. I know it sounds crazy. Yes, you give them tools, skills that you have learned in life, get good sleep, eat good, all these basic things, but you have to let them find their way. Yes, there's advice when you feel that the advice needs to be given, but there's also that I always end it with, but what do you want to do? But what does your heart tell you to do? What's your intuition? What are you feeling you need to do? So I raised my daughter like that. Some people are like, that's ridiculous. They're not going to be successful like that, or all these things, but it's the truest way to live in the present moment and be guided to your purposes in life. All this, sometimes the advice can be harmful. It'll lead you into a place where you're not supposed to go. That's why, example with this tarot, Pisces, like tarot is just confirmation. You guys have free will. So yeah, the advice is sometimes people's opinions, and even if it's out of love, can be harmful. It's not your way. That's a lie. Queen of Swords. What does your spirit tell you to do? All right. Let's do... I'm going to do career and money, but let's keep this deck. Knight of Cups. Ten of Wands, and the King of Cups. It's like you're not emotionally connected to your job, or there's something here that doesn't allow you to connect to your job as much as you want. Sometimes people's, like if you work with other people, which is what I'm kind of getting, sometimes their chaos can interfere with what you want to do. It's like, you may want to do something extra at your job, but then you realize that people take advantage of you and then throw all the work on top of you. So you're like, I can't do that. So you hold back on things that you may want to do because you realize that you may receive some form of hate or more because of it. You may also have somebody that has a serious crush on you but is keeping it to themselves. They feel like you would never go out with them. You're so not in their realm, you don't even look at them. Maybe that's true, Pisces. I am kind of feeling that. You don't even see them, but they see you. He looks a little, a lot of men, right? I knew it. I felt a lot of masculine energy. There is some feminine, but a lot of masculine I'm feeling. Little not as confident. There's something here with their self-confidence. You might know this person because they lack a little self-confidence. Or control, or emotional control. All right. Let's close this off with the Oshos. I hope that made sense. Playfulness. Fairy tales can come true. They can happen to you. you're young at heart. You're about to build your own empire, your own kingdom, your own idea of what a relationship should look like or be like. Like, it's just, you're building it yourself. You're learning as you go, but it's still like this new found set of beliefs and rules. It's fine. It's your time to reign. It's your time to rule. If it gets you results, Pisces, why not? If people are naturally following you because they're like, you know what, this person is not getting us the results that we once had, but this one is, and they're all following you, then what do? We follow where the energy goes or where it's flowing to, right? And that's you kind of leading away into a new place. Spirit, tell me more. Playfulness, clinging to the past, the source, and the miser. We also got intensity at the bottom of the deck. It's a lonely world sometimes, Pisces. This rule and this reign is a little bit lonely. But a lot of people will benefit from it. That's what I'm hearing and seeing. With great power comes great responsibility, right? The crown is heavy of he who wears the crown. I'm thinking of all these lines, but it's true. It's like, if you wear that crown, it's a little bit heavy, but you know, you got to keep it on top because a lot of people are depending on you. More than what you know. Not just your family, there's more people here. Could be in the spiritual realm, in the physical realm, but a lot of people are depending on you. It's a very important time in your life. All right. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. Like when you were a child and you felt like you didn't fit in, or whatever this is, this group and thing you didn't fit in, and you kept trying. You're like, why am I not adequate enough? Like, why do I just don't meet the standard of it? And it's like, it's a fight, and you were angry and you kept trying and trying, like, because you weren't supposed to be there for a long period of time. Maybe you overstayed your welcome there. Or maybe the timing was just right, and now you're starting to feel the energy of moving. It's a feeling, Pisces, and I want to try to push this out. Where you are going to have to sacrifice for the greater good. Don't sacrifice your self-love, your self-care, because this is what got you there in the first place. Listening to your inner voice, listening to God's voice got you there in the first place. So always remember to keep, it's even Jesus. When Jesus was confused in life, what did he do? He went and prayed. He went and meditated. He's like, I don't know what we're going to do. I know I brought you this group of people out here into the desert. Where did he bring them to? And I forget. He's like, I'm gonna go back over there and meditate right now because I need more guidance. But you trust and believe that you will receive the guidance to lead your people or lead the group or whatever this is this cult that I'm feeling. I say cult jokingly, please don't take it serious, but it feels that way because it is a new set of rules and beliefs, so he did it too. You're not abnormal. This is very normal for leaders. So, and I feel like just like, what was it, Moses? Yes, I'm sorry. It's all over the place with me, especially today, it seems like. But it's an intensity, like the burning bush, like finding a sign. The burning bush had to come to Moses and tell him. Standing tall against the rain too, Pisces, is what I'm hearing. There is rain here. And standing tall. So just be present. That's the best advice, the best feelings that I could tell you. And you're going to enter this new portal. There's a lot of portal energy. Tens are like portals too. And here we go with the source. I'm seeing the portals. A new time, a new reign. All right, Pisces, I hope you liked the reading. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.